Good morning everybody, it's Thea and welcome back to Garden Goddess Tarot. Today's video is going to be a collective reading for everybody. Very excited about it. I've never done one of these. I've never expected to do one of these, but I was really called to this morning just to kind of put a little bit of a reading out there for everybody, to have a taste and just kind of see what this next month ahead is going for. And I figure, of course, we're going into Leo season. A little extra special gift for everybody would be fun. So this is kind of everybody, very general. Keep it in mind, it's super general. It's like, you know, kind of the general trends of everybody. I'm gonna keep it as vague as possible, but you know, you never know. We'll see what comes up for everybody. But yeah, I'm just excited you're here. If you enjoy this, you want a little bit more detail about your personal sign element, you want to go a little bit deeper, if in the Garden of the Goddess member space, for everybody at the lowest tier, there is access to all of the earth, air, fire, and water sign readings. They're all up now, so you can go and join there, and every month I'll be posting a monthly one for you, so how fun. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get into what the vibe this month is gonna be. I'm excited. Well, hello there everybody. It's Thea. Welcome to the collective reading for Leo season 2023. How exciting. I'm pumped about this. I hope this becomes a little bit of a habit. I'm just gonna clear the decks, give them a good little whiz. I'm going for opulence this month. I'm feeling full-on Leo grandiosity. So we've got the Majestic Earth, we've got the Revival Art 2nd edition, which I think I've officially decided loves to read for other people. That's where it sings. And then the Hellenic Oracle as well. So we're gonna give those a buzz just to get a general feel, as general as possible. Applies to everyone. Quick little reading. Just to kind of see what's going on for us this month for Leo season. What does everybody need to know this month? Tapping into everybody's energy is, yep, it's big. Two of Clouds, Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands, okay. And our deck bottom card is the Three of Stone. Ooh, okay, that's lots of 2s and 3s. Alrighty. As general as possible. Two of Clouds is a decision, is the recognition that there are two ideas present and figuring out which one is going to be the one. It's the dichotomy, it's the duality of life, it's the seeing one thing and seeing another. It's funny, it's being the moon in Libra, of course, too. It's that seeing that there is a choice to be made, but not knowing what's going to happen, like having no idea what even perhaps the decisions even are. It's being at like it's a crossroads kind of card too. So that's there. That's fun. So there could be a bit of a transition for everybody. And like cycles move and change and shift, right? That they're always rotating. So in saying that there's going to be a shift, it's like, oh, okay, great, yes, there's going to be a shift. How fun! But I'll pull some more cards to get a little more detail about it. But just for everybody, this is across the board. We're at a point of where a decision needs to be made about what to do, basically. And kind of on either side of it, we have the Three of Trees, Three of Wands. The drive to do more, the aspiration, the idea of all of the things you could do, this drive to do them, right? And then on the other hand, we've got the Two of Pentacles, which is, instead of the expansion of the threes, instead of the creation and the growing fire of enterprise, right? We have the Two of Pentacles, which is a slower, more receiving energy. It's a taking the things that you have and holding them equally and venerating them and making work with what you have is the 2, whereas the 3 is, oh no, let's go out and get some more. So there's this decision that you need to make in your life about whether or not you go out and get some more or you make use of what you have, is kind of what these are kind of saying overall for everybody. All of these are minor cards. We have no majors so far. These are low number minors as well. So this is very like, the energy hasn't even really formed into anything substantial or complex yet. It's just wisps of it, which I guess makes sense for a general everybody reading, doesn't it? Yeah, no, the two of Pentacles is a change card also. In the Thoth deck, it's literally change, order change. It's moving swiftly and easily between 2 points of being. Earth card, very rooted in the earth, very, it's 2 things. Like literally 2 material things. Having the option to choose between 2 material things. We got 2 twos, right? 2s are usually a choice related question, whether a choice of the mind, choice of physical objects. So so it could be how you spend your time. You have the choice on how to spend your time. You have the choice on how to use your resources and that sort of thing. Whereas over here in the 3, it's a growth and it's an expansion and it's a the conquesting card, but it's the beginning of that conquest, right? It's the going out and doing kind of card. So there's a choice between these 2 states of being. There's a make do with what you have or growth and expansion kind of going on. And then what's hidden, what's underneath the situation is the 3 of Pentacles, which is the work. So you're having a hard time seeing how to get there with the help of other people. You feel like this is a very individualistic thing. This problem is your problem and that you need to solve it. And you're having a hard time seeing the way other people can help you do it. Basically, the other resources that you have to tap into, the way that we can work together in a community to do the things that you want to do, as opposed to it being your own sole individual problem. Hang on one sec. Alrighty, let's pull some more cards and just get some more details on this for everybody. See where we're at. This overarching choice between living individually and accepting help as a group, expanding and making use of what's going on. The Lovers, the Knight of Swords, and I would like one more, please, for us. Alright, cool. So we have the Lovers on top of our expansion. So it seems like there's a desire and a commitment and a completeness we feel when we put ourselves out into the world. When that fire is lit and we're out and we're experiencing everything we possibly can, kind of like that maximalist hedonistic energy of absorbing all the information, experiencing all the experiences, feeling all the feelings, and and getting to use all the different things, like all of the everything, right? There's a connection to that feeds our soul, right? We feel like we're getting the most out of life in that case, and it's easy. Like this card is always it's a commitment for me too. It's a commitment to this idea of it's in this case it's a commitment to the idea of the Three of Wands, this this excitement, this what's on the horizon kind of perspective. It's a commitment to it, and that's kind of where we're at, I think, leaning towards in this Two of Clouds department. But and then on top of it, of course, we've got the Four of Coins, the stability of material, like, putting money in our pocket kind of situation. Having the resources to do the things that we wanted to do, the experiences we want to experience. There's a lot out there, and why shouldn't we want to use it and protect it? But in the same vein, I think there's more information out there to be found. there's something that we need to know. There's a quest for information, a journey for knowledge that we need to go on in order to fully understand this other position of the Two of Pentacles, of this more conservation, utilization perspective. Because how do we know? This is a question, open-ended question that I personally pose to everybody. How do we know that how do we know what is enough? How do we know when we have what we need? How do we know that the next thing isn't going to be the thing that is ultimately so helpful? Like, if we had stopped innovating back in the Stone Age because we thought we were good, then we wouldn't get to see all of the amazing and incredible things that we are capable of right now, right? Like, that's so amazing and so beautiful, and the capacity of human beings to create and to see themselves in so many different ways and put ourselves out there in so many different ways. It's not all bad. We've gone to space. Us little humans have gone to space. Think about that. If an elephant got up one day and said, I'm going to go to space, wouldn't your mind be blown? And isn't that exactly what we've done as humans? Like, it's incredible. Our ability to innovate and see the horizon and what's beyond it and just go towards it is wonderful. But at some point there is a preservation that I guess needs to happen. And there's more information about that needs to be known. But it's like, how do we know when we've reached that point when we should stop? You know? It's a really big overarching should. The word should, it gives me the willies every time I hear it now. Something has gone off in my brain, and every time I hear the word should, it gets me on alert, because the word should implies that something somewhere knows better. And what is it that you're referring to when you use the word should? So, just something I always think about. But yeah, how do we know when to stop? When to just live, when everybody should take a step back and just kind of live simply? Where's the line? We don't know. And this knight here is on a quest for that answer, to be able to figure out what this Two of Pentacles actually looks like for us in this world. What's hidden, what's underneath in this card? We have 10, the wheel, fortune. In this case, Fortuna is that sort of blind all-giver. She has her little, not quite a cornucopia, but clutch of treasure, and she's blindly giving it to those around her. The bestower of fortune without any, with no judgment, right? But in this case, it's hidden. It's underneath, it's on the bottom of the deck. It's you know, the equal opportunity gifts of the universe are out of our grasp for some reason. The gifts of change may not be open to us, which is ominous. Don't like that. Anywho, let's pull some Hellenic Oracle cards just to see what myths play along with this message, and what the message is in the myth. Too many cards. Oh dear. The last one is trying to get away. All right. Yeah. All right. So we've got Aether. Aether is it's the ether. It's everything around us. It's the ephemeral veil of the universe. It's that which keeps us. The ether is like a veil that keeps us on the earth, right? It's the border between us and the ever-expanding universe, which could be a metaphor in this case for you know, that which we can't see past, the reality that we are in this one place, and we cannot leave. This is our place, and we need to make best do of it. And in the middle, we've got Narcissus, an individualist, another person who no fault of his own, became thoroughly preoccupied with himself, because that is entirely how he was raised and brought up. So that's there, just saying. And then we've got Pandora over here, the ever-curious mortal who was bequeathed a jar or a box, depending on who you ask, filled with all of the world's evils and instructed specifically to not open it. But curiosity got the better of her, and she did, and all of the ills of the world escaped, causing tragedy and pain and death and cruelty and all of the negativity that we experience as humans on Earth. So interesting, so interesting that Pandora here landed right on top of the Knight of Swords. Quest for knowledge, open the box, see what happens. Thank goodness hope was left in the bottom of the box, but it's very foreboding. This reading has given me the heebie-jeebies, but yeah, just having that there, this preoccupation with self, this being trapped in this one little microcosm that you do live in physically. Having this expansion card right underneath this ether card is it feels like tension. It feels like conflict. It feels like wanting to expand but can't because the bubble only goes so far, right? So, and then preoccupation with self, and then this infinite curiosity leading to stuff. So it's like, you know, if we think of this as Pandora before she opened the box, if we think of this situation on top of the Two of Stones and with our Knight of Swords here, if she doesn't know what's in the box. No one knows what's in the box. There's a box. Do we open it? Do we find out? Do we look deeper? Do we go further? Is this the place to learn right now? This quest for information. We have to ask ourselves, is it good? We've been instructed to not go that way. By the gods. Don't look. Don't look at the box. But that burning curiosity that we have, it must be good if we're told not to look. Do we look? Do we try and find out? Do we go further? How far do we go? When do we stop? When is enough? Ooh. The deck bottom cards on the Hellenic Oracle are the Hecatonkires and Harmonia, guardians of the gates of the underworld, and Harmony, like blissful. She's like the embodiment of utopia and living in a balanced and wonderful way. And then this is the Hecatonkires are the hundred-headed, hundred-handed monsters, daughters and children of Gaia, who were shunned by their father, trapped in Tartarus in the underworld, and weren't freed until the intellect of Zeus decided to use their repulsive power to his own gain, which benefited them also. But basically this is primordial power. They're children of Gaia. They are the ugliness of the world before anything, and it's like, that is inaccessible to us, as well as the harmony of living in peace with that world. It's very, very interesting that those are there, hidden in the bottom. I want an oracle card message, please. Other than the Hellenic Oracle. I'm gonna grab the Faceted Garden, because I always do, because it's close. I just want a little bit of in this between point, in this Two of Swords place, which is ultimately where we're at. This is the basis of everything. This, trying to find equilibrium, trying to find that harmony. We're in a place where we can't find it. Harmonia is on the bottom. Harmony is out of our reach right now. We're having trouble getting there. What can we do? Let's be proactive. Here's some homework. What can we do to get us to a point where we can understand the situation better and move forward in a way that is good? Star, love to see it. Mushrooms, guys. Mushrooms are gonna save us. I'm kidding, but that's hilarious. And then Star, our hope card, our Polaris, our true north, our that which the world revolves around, the surety and steadfast sign that has been leading us and humanity our whole lives. That this thread that runs through every human that's ever existed, that has driven us and taken us to where we're going. And then the mycelium is another, the symbols of that, not just that mushrooms are going to save us, of course, but that that everything is connected. Everything, not just plants and animals, but just that everything is more connected than you ever thought it could be. So just be extremely cognizant of that. And then we've got gemstones down here, which is really the jewels of the earth, the bounty that lies deep within the crust, the you know, it's the beauty of Gaia energy captured in sparkling physical form. It's seeing the beauty in the world is what gemstones definitely is. Let me just, I'm kind of curious what the book says on these because I'm not entirely sure I've ever read them. Yeah, gemstones are refinement, honoring of resources, prosperity, devotion, and generosity. Yeah. And then it says opulence, which is entirely what I was like, yeah, we're going opulence this month, so there we go. How does opulence affect us? Mycelium is support system, gathering of resources to nourish the community, positive movement towards fruition and healing on a global level. Wow. Did you guys see this? This is blowing my mind a little bit. It always does. I don't know how it works, but it does. And then the star over here is the center of the system. Brilliance, glory, recognition, acknowledgement, generosity, and reciprocity. So yeah, very that's more of the positive note I wanted to end on. Thanks. It's still saying that there's so much work to be done. There's so much we have to do, even though we don't know. Like we don't know. There's so much we don't know. But that doesn't mean we can't do. Just because we don't know what's going on doesn't mean we can try, right? You don't need to know everything before you do the thing. So even though you may not know all the information about this decision you're making, you've got to make it. You have to make the decision and do the thing for yourself, for the world. So be comfortable in making decisions not knowing all of the information, and be aware of the connection and the interconnectedness and the cause and effect those decisions have on the world, but know that you have to make them. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You can do it. The earth is full of beauty and bounty and opulence, and we just need to get there and appreciate it and tap into it and see it and love it. And yes, excellent, awesome, wow. Alrighty, what a reading. There we have it. That is, oh, I smudged. That is the monthly forecast for Leo season 2023. And like I said before in the beginning, if you're interested in going a little bit deeper, you're more than welcome to have a peek at the member section of this channel. There's a join button on the homepage, and there might even be one under this video right now. The lowest tier, the In the Garden tier, you get access to, there's 4 videos each month, one for each sign element of a reading that you can enjoy at your leisure, watch forever. They're always going to be up. There's also a bunch of other fun member perks like the Discord server, and occasionally I give you early access to main channel videos. If I ever go live, it'll be for members only probably, and who knows what other little treats and surprises we'll get up to. But the main backbone is just the reading. So if you'd like to know more, then go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, I will see all you fine people in my next video.